Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Lisa with Lisa's Faith and Budget Planning channel. Welcome. I'm excited to have you here. I have some new subscribers and welcome. I'm excited to have you. I keep seeing new names pop up and I just hope you enjoy this channel, and if there's anything you're interested in that I'm not doing, or if you have questions about things, let me know. I'd love to have a conversation in the a comment section down below. But I love sharing these videos and love getting to talk to you guys. This is the weekly check-in. We are checking in for week 2, and our goal for this week is to check in with this weekly check-in, find out what week 3 budget begins with, as well as what I owe the credit card, because all the spending I do for these categories is on my credit card, so I need to pay that off every week. And I also need to see what bills got charged to the credit card and get a total for bills and expenses that I need to pay. So that is what we are doing. We are going to do the weekly check-in and find out the total for paying back the credit card. So, grocery household here, I have budgeted $562.24. It is on the high side. I did give myself a lot at the beginning of the month. Most of my bigger grocery runs tend to be at the first few weeks of the month. And I try to go less towards the end because I stock up pretty well in the front of the month. So that is what I am doing there, and then we're going to set up what week 3 is going to look like. Now week 2 and 3 are part of Paycheck 2. I just do it weekly to kind of not overspend in one week and not have enough for groceries in the next week. So there we go there. Now I'm going to go ahead and go to my calendar. I put 2 calendars in my planner. One is on the calendar page from my Erin Condren monthly planner. They all come with a calendar in the front and then 8 notes pages behind it. And I use stickers and make it decorative. It is very thick when you do that at the top. And so it does get harder towards the end of the year. My cover is barely staying on. It's hanging on by a little thread here. So we'll see how well it makes it till December. This is my bills page. So I highlight in blue what is going on the credit card, and then the white space ones are what just gets drafted out of the checking account. I put as much as I can on my credit card because it is a rewards card, but I am disciplined enough to pay it off every week, or at least by the end of the month, and keep it paid off. I have not paid interest charges in about 3 years now, but it's taken me many years to get to this point of discipline. So if you're going to do it, make sure you're disciplined enough to do it. I do like saying discipline a lot because I want to make sure it's a serious thing and it comes across serious, not let's all go, yay, yay, we can get rewards points. No. If you have to pay interest and you're only getting rewards points, I remember when we had the credit card and we had rewards points, I would get $200 back every year because I would charge more than what I actually, I had it maxed out. And because I couldn't charge much during the year, it accumulated up to $200. And then that means I got 1 month of no interest because I can use that $200 to pay the interest. I never did. I used it for Christmas and stuff always. But this year, the way I did it, I put all our bills on there, do all my spending, and I pay it off frequently. And I am already at $1,000 in rewards points. Last year I got $1,800 back, so this year $1,000 is pretty good. The difference being last year I moved and put a lot more charges on than this year, but I think a goal was $1,000 and we got it. So I'm just not going to crash it out until we get to Christmas. So that's a kind of a nice bonus, but I do say discipline is the key to doing something like that. Moving on my little soapbox there, bill page here, and then I have back here a second calendar I have for my spending. So I put a sticker down every time I spend and I write the amount in it. I do have this black line here to differentiate what I've spent so far. So right now it is about 1:51. I don't know if you can read that, in the afternoon. And I am filming this video, but I do have to take my sons to get medications here in a little bit, and I do have to buy gas. So that will not be in this video. We are going to include it in next week's budget, which is absolutely fine because the money's already there. Paycheck 2 has already been in the bank for a while. So I'll just pay it with next week's pay. Or next week's check-in. So it's not that big a deal, and I'll put those stickers here and you'll see what that looks like, and I'll just start from the line up for next week. Let's see what else. There's one thing you're not going to see in the check-in I just want to make note of and share with you guys, in case you need to know. Amazon Prime charged $150.68. I don't know if it went up or what's going on, because I normally pay $139 for the past few years. So either there's a tax added because we moved into a different state, or something else happened. I have no idea. So, but I had the money, and as you can see here, I have a payment and a charge. I just wrote them backwards on here. I pay with a sinking fund, so that came out of a savings account, so you won't see that on my check-in, but I just thought I'd show you on my tracker, because I keep this as a running tracker based on what my credit card statement says. And I look at that every single day, at least once a day. So now that I've said all that, let's go ahead and do the weekly check-in. So this first part is, like I said, the weekly check-in. I'm going to draw a line here. That's going to separate these two, because this is the bills that I have for this week, and this will give me the final total to pay the credit card with. But right now I want to check in, especially with these two grocery household restaurants, and see how close I am with the budget on that. And then if I need to rein it back in, or just unique circumstances come up, I don't know. I'm going to have to analyze that as we go, and let's just go ahead and get into that. So the first grocery item that I have here is with Meijer for $35.93. And I didn't do a grocery haul on this. I don't even remember what I got. But I bet you I popped in the store and got probably about 2 or 3 gallons of milk, some crescents or some kind of biscuits or something like that. I'm pretty sure I got individual bottles of Milo's sweet tea. I think that was part of it. Part of this is coming back to me, because on the weekends I try to get my husband at least 4 bottles of those individual bottles of sweet tea, so he can take those to work in his lunchbox, and it works very well, and he loves his sweet tea. So there you go. Over here, this starts my grocery haul. So Monday, was it Monday or Tuesday? Monday, September 11th, which is a big and difficult day for me. I think it is for most people that remember that day. We were very active in that. My husband's retired Navy, and he was actually deployed that day. He was out to sea when it started off the coast, and became an integral part of that day. So I think when I did my video for my grocery haul and day in a life video, first one I ever tried. This next time I'll do it where it's horizontal, not vertical. I forgot. I was using my phone to record, and I didn't even have a microphone. I just started doing it. But I think I did an okay job, and it edited pretty well. So I hope to do more of those. I don't know I know once a month might be good for right now, but we'll see. But it was just one of those off days that I just wasn't in a good mindset, and I needed something to do to distract me. So that's where that came from, out of the blue. And I spent $208.60. It was a Walmart haul. I didn't tell you in the video how much that was, but the second grocery haul in the video was $208.60. And if you want to see what I got, I'll put in the cards, and hopefully I'll remember in the description box that grocery haul, and put that there. And then Meijer, $47.47. I actually went in the store for this, but when I did my Walmart grocery haul, I actually did it Sunday night and then ordered it before I went to bed and then scheduled it for when I scheduled it. And when I was doing that, I also put in a Meijer pickup for $58.56. So we can just check all these off. And the reason I did that is, again, this was Sunday night when I did the I used my app to do this when I was scheduling the grocery pickup. Whatever Walmart didn't have, I got at Meijer's and requested that pickup. And then afterwards, I think my sons came to me, even though I asked them the day before, that next morning, like, oh yeah, we're out of this, and this. And I was like, what? So and because one of them does pay me groceries, whenever he requests, I just get what he wants. And then so I went to the grocery store and picked up $47.47, and I think this was also supplements and a little bit of home decor. It was like these little candles for Halloween to put on my little Halloween table to pass out candy. Yeah, that's what I got that day, and that's all in the first part of the video. So yeah, I had two grocery hauls, and this was the cost of all of that, and it was a lot of money just for this one day. I mean, $208, $47, and then $58. That's a lot of money going together. The last thing I got was a 3-month supply supplement for $33.75 on Amazon. I tend to buy some supplements that my grocery store does not have on Amazon, so that works out. It's about the same price. I don't think there's a big difference in price. So I definitely know that I can get it on Amazon and still be similar in price. Oh, that was a mouthful. So grocery household, let's total these numbers up and see how much I spent. Okay, so I have $384.31. Now, that's about $84 more than I would want to spend in a week. I'd like to keep it at $300, but it did not happen this week. So that's why I tried to budget a little bit more this month. And we're getting groceries and stuff for 4 adults. And yeah. So the next thing I have is my restaurants. Now we have eaten out quite a bit, and I will explain that as well. So here, let's see, First Watch. I don't know if you've ever been to First Watch. Do I have that on it? Yeah, I do. First Watch is a brunch place, so you can get breakfast or lunch sandwiches, and they are really nice. I enjoy going. I took my husband there after we went to the chiropractor and just had like a brunch date. And we don't get to do that often. So I was just kind of feeling inspired to do that. You know what? I did not check off as I was going. Let me get these real quick. There we go. All right. And then I ordered pizza for my sons. And then, we went to Nuevo Vallarta. I guess if you speak Spanish and I butchered that, I do apologize. $40.74. It's a Mexican restaurant near where I live, and my cousin from Lexington, here in Kentucky, drove in and was singing at the restaurant. So I got to go and hear her sing and record her a little bit. I had a lot of fun. I hadn't seen her in years. I mean, I can't remember the last time I did see her. She was at my wedding 27 years ago. But yeah, that was awesome to see her, and I've just enjoyed listening to her sing. And it was great that she was there. We also, Tuesday night was a rough night for me, 61:37. So I took my husband out for dinner and drinks. I cooked for my sons, but, and they're easy to cook for, but my husband and I needed to have a conversation, and I wanted to be outside the house and, away from my sons to have the conversation. And I thought, well, it'd be a good idea to go out to dinner, to do this. And and it was, yeah, we just went to Buffalo Wild Wings. My husband got a couple drinks. I don't drink, but he does. And we talked things out, and, it was a good night. So it was worth spending the money to process what we were processing. So there you go there. And then I have one more eating out. I just got back. I'm stuffed. Oh my gosh, I'm sleepy. I want to take a nap. $16.92 at McAllister's Deli. And I had never been there before, and I just started going to BSF, which is a Bible Study Fellowship at a local church here, and my neighbor goes, and she goes to church with me, and she has her daughter, and we all went to lunch together, and it was a lot of fun. We had a really good time. So I really liked that, and that is what we went out to eat for lunch today. This is the first time she and I have gone out to lunch, and I think it was worth it just to sit down and she can have grown-up conversation time and all that, and Bible study time. It was just really, really sweet, so I really enjoyed it. So I'm going to total these numbers up real quick. At $191.30, and I think I'm over in this, and that's just because my husband and I went out on Tuesday, and then, which is not normal, and I had lunch with a friend on Thursday today. So, and I always check in on Thursdays. And the video doesn't go up till Friday, but it gives me time to get it edited and uploaded. So I only have a couple more transactions left here, and I need to check that off. And one is a miscellaneous. So I ordered supplements from Amazon, but in that order I also ordered, we have these, we've had them forever. I don't know how many years we've had them. But those are collapsible laundry baskets that are mesh. They had some of those that are on Amazon that looked pretty sturdy. And some hair ties, to pull your hair back with. Little things like that. Maybe a couple other items. But that was $28.42. But I got 2 baskets and then those hair ties. So that's what that miscellaneous was all about. I just ordered it on there. And then Circle K, my husband got gas one morning before he went to work, and that was $43.99. No copay. That's actually going to happen later today, but I will put that on next week's check-in. And that is that for the check-in. So I'm going to go ahead and get these numbers over here. And we're going to put these in. So I'm still within budget, because I gave myself a large allowance in budget at the beginning of the month. I'm still carrying a large number, so that works out good here. $384.31. I have $191.30 for eating out. We went over in that, and I knew that was going to happen, so that's not a problem there. I chose that. And then $28.42 and 0 from budgeted, so I'm happy about that. So now the big deal for tomorrow is Sarah Marie drops her November stickers, and I'm pretty sure they're gorgeous. I've seen a sneak peek of one of the designs, and it's gonna be hard to scale back on what I spend in there, so that's okay. I'll figure it out. All right, let's calculate this. I want to go ahead and get my red pen ready. That way, when I do the overage on restaurants, I can write it in red and remind myself that I went over. All righty. So 562.24 minus the 384.31. There we go. I still have 177.93 to balance for this, and then what I budgeted for, I'll add it to what I budget for this week 3, and 135.63 minus the 191.30, and that gives me $55.67 negative. It's not too bad. thought it would be around $60, so that's pretty close to what I thought it would be. And then $197.51 minus $28.42, and that still leaves $169.09. I think I can get my stickers with this amount and still have $100 for next week. Yeah, I think we're good there. So good on the miscellaneous. I use my miscellaneous category to pay for my stickers and stuff that I enjoy so much. Yeah, it's just, I don't know why I moved that. I enjoy it so much. There we go. So what I need to do here is take this total, the balance I have in my grocery household, $177.93, and I want to add, I think, did I put it on the back of this? There we go. So I'm going to add $300 for grocery household for the week, based on the monthly budget that I came up with. I give myself a number close to what I typically spend, and then I divide it by the number of weeks, and then decide if I need more at the beginning of the month or not, and make sure it's a good enough balance to go week to week. So I can buy the groceries, because because I always put everything on the credit card. That credit card actually is kind of like a holding pattern for any spending. As long as I'm doing the math and I'm conscientious of what I'm spending, I can leave it on there. And as long as it paid off at the end of the month, then I'm good. If it's not paid off, and I start misbehaving and not controlling the money and allowing the money to control me, then yeah, I stop, and I would go back to using my debit card only, which hurts worse, because then if you're overdrawn, then you owe fees. It's not a good thing. Nobody wants to mess up their checking account. So I am negative $55.68 for restaurants. Doesn't give me much to budget with, so I'll probably be negative next week too. I won't increase it. I'll just let it keep carrying until the end of the month and see if it goes back into a positive number or not. So, but I am giving myself $44.33, and I know that's not going to happen. Not a big deal. We'll see how the end of the month goes. $169.09 there, and that's miscellaneous, and I can add $100 to that. So that gives me $269.09 and then 0. If I can keep groceries around $300 this week, I will be good. That could help cover any restaurants that we have that I know that are going to be coming up, because they're usually like Friday, my husband and I have an appointment, and we'll be out of the area, and it's at 11, and then it's an hour appointment, so that'll be noon, so we'll probably grab lunch or something before we come home, because we have to drive to Lexington, and it'd just be a great way to get out of the house a little bit and maybe try a new place. Then and then that should be the only eating out we do this weekend, because I have meal planned for the Saturday and Sunday. So yeah, and then my boys, they get their pizzas on Fridays too. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Okay, so that's the weekly check-in. We're going to go back now and do the bills, because I need to know the total of everything I have to pay, including the credit card. So the credit card, including the credit card, we have, let's see, or including the bills, I should say. That's $70 plus $635. I could have done that in my head. $7,635. There we go. That's the last number I needed to know, and we're going to total all of these columns up together and find out one big number for me to pay off the credit card and keep it current so that I don't get interest charges. So let me total this up. I'll be right back. Okay, So I need $724.37 to pay back to the credit card, and that is pretty good. I want to check something. This is awesome. So my math is right on target. I have a spending tracker here for my credit card, and that number matches the spending tracker. So yay, I am happy about that. So I'll make this payment from the checking account. Now, when my husband gets paid, we don't touch the checking account at all. It only gets touched when I have to pay the credit card. That's the only time I touch it. Or if a bill is being automatically drafted, which I keep track of on my bill calendar. So for me to have the spending tracker match what I am doing every week and then paying it back off and getting back to $2,400, which is my max limit, and having a zero balance, just brings so much relief in knowing that all is good and I don't have debt hanging over my head. So I really am happy about that. And that concludes the weekly check-in. I'm just glad. I'm just so tickled that the number matched, because sometimes I make a mistake and do the math wrong, or I transpose a number here or there, and it's, oh my gosh, it gets messed up from time to time. But this is the weekly check-in. I do hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my videos, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Have an amazing and blessed day. Bye.
Maybe I never knew what I really wanted, but looking back I can see it's all clear. I'm still a kid trying to act like they all taught me, but nothing makes sense.